Hello there, and a very, very good evening. It is, of course, Tuesday evening. It's 8 o'clock, and that means, well, it's our favourite time, isn't it? It's the Planet Cruise TV show. We have got 6 amazing deals for you. We've got some exclusives. We have got, well, we're going to take you across the world as it happens. And we are joined a little bit later on by a very special guest from MSC. But guess who's back? Justin is back. He wasn't with us last week. He's back this week. Nice to see you.
And you've got me 2 weeks on the trot as well. Next week as well.
What a treat, you see. I thought it was 3, actually.
Is it? It might be 3. In fact, no, it is 3.
I think it's 3,
Continuity, yeah. That's the key thing. How have you been doing?
It's great to have you back. Fabulous, thank you.
Yeah? Have you booked your next cruise?
Do you know what? I'm in the process of moving house, and I don't know when it's going to go.
There we go. Excuses.
I have done 28, 29. And by the time, honestly,
we need to hit the big
as soon as I complete my house, I am going to be going on a cruise. I'm going to be booking one. I need it.
Yeah, well, I tell you what,
it's a stressful time of your life, you know, selling a house.
And getting married as well.
Absolutely.
This, though, tonight, we have got something for everybody, so you could hand-pick your cruise from any of these. We've got fantastic cruises featuring some of the latest ships from MSC. David's going to tell you about that a little bit later on. Also, if you love West End shows, if you love the likes of Michael Ball and Beverly Knight, Calabro as well, if you love those names, then we've got a cruise that is dedicated to those West End performers.
That's going to be
going
really
over to Amsterdam as well. That's going to be an amazing cruise. We've also got very, very popular at the moment Celestyal cruises heading out towards Jerusalem and Israel with 3 free tours included as well. And we've got some Far East adventures as well.
And you forgot celebrity there.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, we're going to be kicking off with that as well. So I wasn't going to mention that straight away.
I just thought I'd drop that in. And with MSC, just to let you know, David's going to be joining us for the second cruise. The first 20 bookings with MSC are going to get one of these. Yeah. Which is the... and this is the ship we're going to be featuring, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, when you actually get it, if you're lucky enough to be one of the 20 that get this, yeah, really nice, heavy, nice centrepiece on a desk. Very collectible as well.
But we also would love to invite you to our luxury event. And we're going to be telling you about that a little bit later on. In fact, I'll tell you about it now if you want. We've actually got the details just coming up. Just very important, if you are new to the show, it is a different phone number. It's 0808 250 2662. Phone line's open until, is it 10:30 tonight?
Yeah.
First thing tomorrow. So it's, you know, it's great if you're first-time cruise. Just give us a call. We've got real specialists waiting and just to book your cruise, but also to give you extra information.
I was going to say on that point, you know, if you watched the show before, and sometimes, you know, we only get 4 or 5 minutes to talk you through a deal which, you know, could be a great deal, but it's still a lot of money, and you're thinking, well, do we go here? What can we do there? Just pick up the phone, because all the people that you're going to be speaking to have been working in the industry. And when I say working in the industry, not the travel industry, but actually within the cruise industry. A lot of people have worked on board ships as well. So if there's something that you fancy that you don't see on tonight's show, give us a call. Where we can, we bespoke it to your needs. You know, there's a lot of pre-cruise stays and post-cruise stays as well. So there's something for everybody.
There certainly is. But anyway, if you'd like to join us for our luxury event, here's how you can be part of it.
If you're at a loose end on Thursday, September the 6th, then you're in for a real treat, because backed by popular demand, Planet Cruise are hosting our second River and Ocean luxury show for 2018. And guess what? You're invited. What's more, we're hosting this autumn's premier live cruise event for the first time at the spectacular De Vere Selston Estate, formerly part of the Blackfriars Monastery of London. So if your diary's clear and you'd like to come along, all you need to do is go to our website, planetcruise.com, and follow the instructions to register your interest. It's completely free, and we'll automatically enter you into our secret prize draw. Our Planet Cruise team will be there to welcome you, along with over 17 representatives of the best river and ocean luxury cruise lines, who will have exclusive on-the-day offers, free upgrades, and added value that you simply won't find anywhere else. You'll also be able to join me in the Talk Theatre for some excellent and insightful cruise chat, where your questions will be answered by industry experts. Plus, for those of you wishing to make a real day of it, there are lots of food and beverage options, and even the chance to enjoy a round of golf for just £15 per person.
Yeah, we'd love you to register. That was our lovely Keith Maynard who says hi. But we are going to start off with an absolute favourite of mine. It is, of course, Celebrity Cruises, 5-star modern luxury at its best. And this is a deal, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And straight away, with any celebrity ship, you know, you are going to get some of the best modern luxury out there. Of course, this... Oh, we're going to get close?
Yeah, we are.
I tell you what, you can get close up on the lawn club. So this particular ship has got over an acre of real grass that's actually tended to. Real grass, it's not the fake stuff, as you can see there.
Do you know, I've cruised with Celebrity about 8 times now, and I always wonder, how do they keep the grass so good?
Scissors.
Well, you never see... you never see anybody cutting it, and it's always immaculate. But, yeah, I'm a big fan of Celebrity, as are many of you. We're talking about beautiful ships, incredible standards, multi-award winning, and... We always say 5-star modern luxury. The ultimate relaxation there, just have a look at the Persian Gardens, of course. The library, absolutely beautiful. And when I think of Celebrity, I think about the incredible dining experience, the wonderful main restaurant, the huge choice of wines. There's a wine cellar there. I have worked my way through quite a few of those. We've got some great drinks packages included with ocean view and above. Lots of specialty restaurants. There's cuisine, of course, where you order from an iPad. And the most incredible entertainment. The shows, I know Celebrity, they've invested a huge amount of resource into brand new shows, but they are out of this world. The Martini Bar, one of my favourite haunts, of course, as well.
Ice Martini Bar as well.
Of course, I've written my name there many, many times, as you can imagine. But they are an incredible company with such a loyal following, and I love that adult-only area there, by the way, as well. Really nice, relaxing.
Yeah, I love the cabanas at the top where you can order a picnic in advance, and you've got a butler there, you've got Evian water, a cheese plateau. It's just lovely. But people, if you're thinking about booking this cruise, you can book this from as little as £1 per person.
I forgot that.
Deposit. And also on top of this, ocean view and above. That's what you want to be going for, because if you book ocean view above, you get not only do you get free $200 on board spend, but you also get free unlimited drinks and Wi-Fi for the whole family on ocean view and above. So, but this particular cruise, fantastic itinerary, and the drinks package.
This is a campaign, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Here's the $200 on board spend, and bear in mind this is only up until the end of August, so book now to avoid disappointment. Literally
a couple of weeks to go, but so many extras when you do book that ocean view above, and we have got that £1 deposit on the show, of course, tonight. But you're going to visit some lovely places, of course. We're going to fly from London Gatwick over to Lisbon.
Lisbon. Yeah, there is actually an opportunity to stay in Lisbon before you cruise. So if you do want to talk, if you perhaps want a couple of days there, do ask your specialist when you book on that number.
It's a lovely place.
Fantastic port, lovely sail out as well. But you've got a relaxing day at sea to ease yourself in, get yourself familiar with that fantastic ship, and then you're into Gibraltar. It's a classic port on the itinerary. This, you can stroll around the town, have a look at your duty-free, go up the cable car and up the rock to see the monkeys or the Barbary apes, whichever one you want to call them. And also there's a lot of history with the tunnels and the caves as well.
And it really is. It's got that real feeling of Britain decades ago, hasn't it?
Yeah. You know, the policemen have got the proper helmets on, and the red post boxes and the telephone boxes. It's
a great
fantastic. Then we're off to Malaga. Now, Malaga is fantastic for as a port. You can have a wander around there, but head out a little bit further. You can get to Alhambra, which is not far from Granada, Marbella as well. You've got a fantastic fortress here, and also there's a lot of museums that are dedicated to Picasso, because Picasso was actually originally from Malaga, as well as Antonio Banderas. There you go.
Course,
there you go, as you do. Then we're off to Cartagena. We're talking Spain this time, and great history. I mean, this dates back to Roman times. It's had several different influences of culture and just beaches. There's 175 miles of beaches off the coast of Cartagena, so fantastic. Then we're off to Valencia. Now, Valencia is beautiful. It's got the National Park, which is the Albufera National Park. If you love your statues and figurines, then you'll know Ladro, the brand. They've actually got the museum there where you can go and buy some of the pieces as well. The old quarter's beautiful. It dates back to the Middle Ages. One of those proper sort of old cobbled streets where you can just get lost and find some fantastic little shops
Nice.
and bits and pieces.
I
From
like this music, by
Valencia,
the way, don't you?
it putting me right in the mood
It's me.
of holidays. Then we're off to Ibiza. Now, Ibiza is one of the places I haven't actually been to. I remember actually calling in here on the ship and not getting off, and I wish I did, because the old town itself is fantastic. You've got the Ibiza Castle with 12 towers there, which is built on the summit of the hill. You've got the walled city as well, which dates back to the 15th century. And, of course, you've got all the beaches. And, you know, if you do want to go for quite a, you know, upbeat, if you want to find some good dance music, then there's going to be bars that are open through the day, the likes of Nikki Beach as well. So if you want to go and have a little bit of a party in the day, great. If not, there's plenty to see and do apart from that. There's actually a really nice winery here as well, which is the Skova winery. They do about 30,000 bottles a year, and the family that own it, it dates back like 500 years. So there's lots of things that are off the beaten track. You have a final relaxing day at sea, and then we're docking in Barcelona before you fly back to the UK.
Well, an awful lot of extras included in this. So remember, this is their current European campaign right now. So if you book an ocean view or above, you will get free $200. Now you can spend that as you please on board the ship. You also will get free unlimited drinks. The drinks package, they're wonderful, so it's really, really good. And Wi-Fi, that's for the whole family, again on ocean view and above. Now, if you decide to go for balcony, you'll get all of that, but you'll also get free airport parking or half-price gratuities, you choose. And just to mention, Lisbon's a great, great place. If you want to stay there, prior to your cruise, then you can add on a 2-night Lisbon hotel stay for only £109 per person. Return flights, they are based on London Gatwick, but generally speaking, if you do need flights from an airport near your home, we will certainly look into that. Now, I do know this drinks package very, very well. Don't you laugh, I'm being honest. I like my coffees as well, so it also includes all your specialty teas and coffees and all of your bottled waters, of course, you can take off ship. Selected beers, spirits, wines and cocktails. We are talking premium brands there as well. A wide selection of alcoholic beverages in all the specialty bars and restaurants. So that is all included in the Classics Drinks package, which you will get if you book an Ocean View or above. But I did mention we've got a very special guest from MSC. David's with us. Nice to see you, David.
Nice to see you too.
Really, we're really excited to have you on the show, actually.
Thank you very much.
Got very cold hands, aren't they? Have you said?
Cold hands and a warm heart, as they say.
Absolutely.
It's that cold water.
Now, we're big fans of MSC. You regularly appear on the show and you get amazing feedback. Tonight, just before we start talking about MSC, the first 20 bookings
That's right.
are going to get
one of these fantastic models. Yeah, absolutely. First 20 bookings. It's got some weight in it.
It really has,
it
actually,
has.
yeah.
It's an excellent little model.
I nearly clouted Justin over the head with it earlier, but I thought better not. But it's really heavy, and this is replica of the Meraviglia.
Absolutely. This is the Meraviglia, which we're featuring this evening. Perfect.
Yeah, so that's for the first 20 bookings tonight. Now, we've got a wonderful itinerary, but we want to take you on board because we're going to be cruising around the Caribbean, but let's have a look at this fantastic ship. She's a big ship, isn't she?
She is a big ship, yeah.
So there you can see. So is it, was it over 5,000 passengers there?
It's around 5,000, yeah. So what you can see here is the Swarovski staircases. We've got a 480 square metre dome. All the chocolates are made on board.
They look lovely, actually.
Absolutely. And we've got the largest outdoor swimming pool as well. We've also got, we've got a covered pool there as well. Yeah.
Wonderful choice of food in the buffet, I'm hearing.
Fantastic, yes, yeah. It really caters for every...
And what's this, the TV studio and bar? What's that?
Yeah, it's if you want to get creative. If you've got the teens that...
want to go on TV?
Absolutely, yeah, they can do their own thing.
And loads of things for the family and even
fantastic,
the youngsters here.
Yeah. So we've partnered up with Lego, and so our kids' clubs...
Hang on, is that for the kids or for that for the adults?
it's definitely for me, that.
Yeah, so we'd all be there, wouldn't we?
Definitely.
I would,
yeah.
I would as well. I would Lego.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, looking here, even the F1 simulator there.
Formula 1 simulators, flight simulators, bowling alley, Yeah, we've got it.
You've got it all, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
For anyone that ever says, oh, I think I'd be bored on the cruise, I don't think so.
Absolutely
But
not.
the aquapark, that's big, isn't it?
It is big, yeah. You know, and it's great for families. And it's great for everybody. Everybody likes it.
And just looking, if you do need to chill after all that activity, the most wonderful spa there.
Your Raya Spa is.
And then, Justin, you've been in the gym, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll be in the gym looking at the people. Yeah.
And looking at all the different bars and pubs and restaurants, there's a massive choice, isn't there?
Absolutely. You're not going to be short of choice.
You're not
at all. No, and we've got all the specialty restaurants on there. The Butcher's Cut, the teppanyaki restaurant, and we are of
Cirque du
course.
Soleil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now they'll be in the gym. I can assure you.
Yeah,
will,
Cirque du
yeah.
Soleil. We're featuring that twice an evening, 6 nights a week.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but you could spend a fortune buying tickets to see them, and that is included. Yeah?
Absolutely, absolutely. The cost's around €15 to see the show.
That's really good. I mean,
Absolutely.
It costs you far more than that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you can also throw in a dining experience for a little bit more, and you can eat whilst you're watching
I
that
would love
fantastic
that.
show.
Yeah.
I really like it.
For me, it's all about the technology on board, though, and the yacht club, because, you know...
And you love the yacht club, don't you?
I'm not going to go into it, but there's one thing I learned about earlier on, which is the status match. That if you're, you know, you get like loyalty points and reward points that if you're with, say, for instance, Marriott or Starwood or BA or any operator, and you get sort of points to get a certain level. MSC, they're the only cruise line that actually match those.
Do you?
Absolutely, yes. So what your customers can do is, if they have travelled with another cruise line, or if they have got a hotel rewards programme that they're a part of, we do what's called a status match, and we slot them in at our equivalent level.
Now, how good's that?
That is really
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm booking now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But, so that gives you a taste of the ship. But before we actually embark, we actually fly over to New York, don't we?
Yeah, and you know, I've got to admit, this is probably one of my favourite places. Yeah. New York, I mean, you've got a couple of days here, you really could do with a week.
And I'm just thinking, Justin, it's the 16th of October, so like things like Central Park are going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not too sure when the...
Like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, walking around Central Park, I'm not too sure whether the ice rink will be out. It'll probably be a little bit later on in the year. But, you know, wait till the sail out of New York to see Liberty Island. Don't pay and go over there. There's just my little tip. But Central Park's fantastic. You've got Hell's Kitchen, which is a fantastic collection of restaurants and bars. There's the High Line, which is an old railway line that's been converted into sort of an urban jungle where you can actually walk along. Broadway, if you want to go and see some of the shows as well. Empire State's Building, the Brooklyn Bridge. There is literally so much to see and do. If you haven't done it before, I highly recommend enjoying New York.
And we do provide, obviously, a wonderful 2-night hotel there. So you've got 2 nights in New York. Then you embark the Meraviglia, that stunning ship. And you've actually got 3 days at sea. I mean, I'd love that, because that really gives you a chance to explore the ship, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and the Meraviglia is designed for all seasons.
Great.
Okay, so it's perfect for that time of year, sailing out of New York. It's got so much entertainment on board.
Also, we didn't touch on the technology. You actually get a wristband which uses near-field connectivity, and you can book a lot of and pay for a lot of your things on board through that wristband. And also, if you've got children, you can actually check in using geolocation. So if you want to know where they are, if they're at the kids club or if they're at one of the pools, you can check where they are. It really is brilliant. You need to go onto the website and take a look.
Anyway, our first port is going to be St Martin.
Yeah,
beautiful place.
It's just fantastic. I mean, whether it's the Dutch side with Philipsburg, where you're actually going to be docking, or whether it's the French side at Marigot, it's fantastic. Great shopping, great beaches as well. Some of the tours you can do here, the America's Cup tour, where you go out on one of the old America's Cup ships. That's very popular. There's a butterfly farm here. And also, if you're a big fan of Star Wars, one of the artists that did a lot of the original drawings for Yoda. Remember Yoda?
Yes. Yes, we do.
He's actually got a place in St Martin called Planet Paradise. And I stumbled across this. This is like going back 10, 15 years ago. And I walked in and I thought, this is really science fiction artwork. And there was a Stormtrooper helmet up in the corner. So if you love Star Wars, go and find it. Go and ask any of the locals, where's the chap that created Yoda? And they'll know what you're talking about.
Justin
anyway,
always knows these random facts.
see, I don't just bring you the stuff that you can read on a book, right?
It's Martinique next, isn't it?
Yes, Martinique, Fort-de-France. This is fantastic. It's one of the only islands that they actually still have sugar plantations and banana growing as well. Of course, this is also the birthplace of Napoleon's Empress Josephine. So there's a lot of history there. The next port of call is one close to my heart. I'm as familiar with Barbados. This sounds really swanky, doesn't it? I'm as familiar with Barbados as I am with Southampton, because every 2 weeks we used to call in here, and it's got a wonderful vibe. It's got that really welcoming vibe, and the actual town itself has had a lot of money spent over the last 10 years. Great beaches, got Sandy Lane if you want to really push the boat out, excuse the pun. But for me, it's got to be Christchurch, and go to St Lawrence Gap as well. There's some great beaches there, including the boatyards as well. Everybody on board ships tries to keep it a little bit of a secret, but I'm putting it out there. It's one of the best places to go.
You've probably told millions of people about that.
Exactly. Just get it out there. It's a great place to go. Then we're off to the Spice Island of Grenada. Now, Grenada is known for its spices, but it's also got one of the best beaches. As soon as you get off the ship, get a water taxi round to Grand Anne's Beach. It's about 7 miles of beach with some great hotels along the front there. Of course, there's plenty of tours if you want to go out and see some of the spices there. Then that's going to be great. And there's a great little market as soon as you get off the ship. Just find the post box, the very British red post box, and that's the market that I'm on about. It's probably still there. I hope so. Anyway, then we're off to Curacao, to the ABC Islands, right at the southern part of the Caribbean. And Curacao, it's got a fantastic bridge. As you actually get off the ship, there's a floating bridge. This is the Queen Emma Bridge, and you walk into town. It's great for shopping. I mean, if you want trainers, if you want fashion, it's brilliant. There's also some good beaches, and I'd recommend the buggy tour. You can hire a little buggy, and you can drive around the island. And do me one favour, when you get into the actual cruise terminal itself, there used to be a bar there with a macaw parrot sat there called Coco. So if you go there and Coco, the parrot, is still there, can you get a picture? So if anybody, in fact, viewers, if you're watching right now and you've got a picture of Coco the parrot from Curacao, send it in and we'll get it on the show. Then we're off to Aruba. Aruba is probably one of the best dive sites in the world. And I sounded like Jeremy Clarkson then, didn't I? Yeah. One of the best dive sites in the world. But it's absolutely fantastic for those that love snorkeling. It's also got some great beaches and hotels. But then we've got 2 days, and we're talking about on board, but this is building up to one of the greatest days, which is Ocean Cay, and this is brand new. This is not even going to be open right now.
Yes, David, you wanted to mention this. So it's the Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve.
Absolutely.
And this is brand new, isn't it?
It will be brand new. Yeah. It's due to we're due to launch the island next winter. So the Meraviglia on this sailing will be one of the first ships to visit the island.
So if you book this night, you'll be one of the first to visit the island. What sort of things will be on there then?
So it's going to be an experience for the guests to get off the ship and experience nightlife, to experience dining, specialty dining. We've got all the beaches. We've got 6 miles of beaches.
And is this all private then? Is it?
Absolutely. It's only MSC guests that are allowed to be on the reserve. And we're creating a coral as well.
They're literally 10 football pitches worth of blue crystalline water.
Oh, my word.
And, of course, our yacht club guests, the guests with, the ship experience.
Access. Love that.
They have, again, their exclusive area on the island.
That is going to be an amazing day and night there, isn't it?
Oh, well, absolutely, because the guests can get off the ship as they please. They can stay on the island and get back on.
Wow.
When they've perhaps had a party too much.
That sounds amazing. So that's just been created right now.
It's been created right now, yeah.
And you'll be one of the first guests to actually experience
Absolutely.
that. It does sound really nice. And then, sadly, you do finally disembark in Miami and you're flown home. The itinerary on this is really good, isn't it? So many beautiful places.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, really. So just to remind you what is included on this one, with, of course, MSC. So we are looking at, first of all, the 2-night stay in the 4-star hotel in New York. You've got 30 nights aboard the beautiful MSC Meraviglia there. You've got a chance of seeing the world-famous Cirque du Soleil shows. What was it, about $15, did you say?
Yeah, 15 euros.
Euros?
It's euros, even better.
Even better, yeah. And return flights based on London as well. Great. At the bottom of the screen, you can see prices for the outside and the balcony. They are really, really good on this. And just before we finish, very important question that I need to ask David. There's some great drinks packages as well available. Is that right?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I thought so. Really fun,
I thought that you would
you'd ask that
Yeah,
question.
they
It
really
seems to be a
thought-
common theme.
I'm known for liking a good drinks package, but they're really affordable with MSC as well, aren't they?
Absolutely. It's a very comprehensive drinks package, and they start from as little as £24 per person.
Which is
per
really
day.
good, yeah. So just ask if you like a drinks package like we do, then just ask us. David, thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
We will
Thank
see
you
you
for having
soon
me.
on the show. It's
Thank
great.
you.
Brilliant deal over with MSC. Quickie for you right now, we have got a wonderful Viking cruise for you right now. Now, it's on board the Viking Longship Tour there. You will save up to £750 per person on all 2019 river cruises. So you've got a massive price reduction on this river cruise. You'll get free gratuities, you get excursions, and they're included at every port. And you'll also get your house wine, your beer, and your soft drinks with lunch and dinner. We think that will go very quickly. And not only have we got a big price saving on that, you can book tonight from just £1 per person deposit. Right, what we got coming up next then, Justin?
Do you love the West End? Do you love your shows? Do you love Michael Ball? Do you love Beverly
Michael
Knight?
Ball.
Do you love Calabro? Remember Calabro, the opera singers from Britain's Got Talent? If you love all of these people, you can see them all on board and get a chance to go to Amsterdam as well.
Well, you may remember Lee Mead, I'm sure you do. He was in Joseph, of
Yes,
course.
yeah, Adrian will do.
Well, here he is to tell you all about stages.
Hello, you wonderful viewers of Planet Cruise. This is Lee Mead, and I'm here to tell you to come on our ship and come and see our wonderful show. We've got Michael Ball, Beverly Knight, Calabro, some wonderful singers, including myself. And please come and join us on the wonderful Floating Festivals stages. It's going to be a great time.
Michael Ball as well.
Yeah, so Michael Ball headlines. Then you've got Beverly Knight, Calabro, which is Britain's Got Talent winners from 2014. Lee Mead, as you saw there from Any Dream
remember
Will
him,
Do.
of course, yeah.
Also, there's a Q&A session with Arlene Phillips from Strictly Come Dancing.
Well,
she's on board as well. Don Black and Marty Webb as well. So if you love the West End,
Marty
again,
Webb.
the lyricist and Marty Webb, Tell Me on a Sunday.
Yeah.
See?
Take that look off your face.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I prefer you to tell me on a Sunday. Also, Christina Bianco. Now, you might not recognise the name, but as soon as you see her, she's the vocal impressionist that was an internet sensation when she did the Let It Go from Frozen.
Yeah,
And it was like 16 million hits on YouTube or something like that. Sophie Evans, who was the runner-up of Over the Rainbow, she's actually starring in the West End as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Also, John Owen Jones as well, who was Jean Valjean at the Royal Albert Hall 30th anniversary for Les Mis. And Perry Grant as well. So if you've been cruising for a long time,
huge lineup
it's
there.
massive. Now, just think about it. You're going to Amsterdam, by the way.
Yes, you are.
That's the only port of call that you're going to be going to. Relax and Let It See, Amsterdam, Relax and Let It See, back in. But you're going to get to see all of that. Now, how much would it cost you to go to a West End show or your local theatre if it was a touring production and see a show?
And the trouble is as well, whenever you go and see a show, there's all the travelling, there's all the hotel stays. You're on board the Navigator of the Seas, so everything is there, isn't it?
Yeah, and the actual deal itself is fantastic. But do you want to have a quick look at the ship first?
Yeah.
Take a look at this, guys.
We do know it's selling really fast, this one. But
yeah, and I've got to say, definitely, the actual balcony package that we've got, we've only got 43 of the balcony cabins left. Now, if you think that this particular ship itself, there's between 3,000 and 3,500 passengers on board, so what? There's going to be 1,000, 1,500 cabins, 43 cabins. That's all we've got left. So if you want to be one of those 43 to get to see Michael Ball, Beverly Knight, Calabro and more, then get on the phone lines right now and get this one booked, because this will go quick. And do you know what? For those of you that have never done a cruise before, why not try it? Royal Caribbean is a fantastic cruise line. You know, they've got the climbing wall, you've got Flow Rider on there. I don't think you're going to be too concerned about that with the amount of performers that are on board. You'll get a chance to go to Amsterdam as well. In the daytime, you can have a look around some of the canals, go to the Anne Frank Museum as well, the Van Gogh Museum, the biggest bicycle park in the world, some of the great tulip fields of Amsterdam as well. It's spring again.
I was in the mood now.
Like a tulip from there. Anyway.
And your tips are also included, forgot to mention as well. I think it's really, you know, I love West End. I love all of those performers, and to get to see them on board the Navigator is going to be superb. So this is what you are getting, of course, tonight. The price starts at $8.99, but you should go if you want a balcony.
Go for that. I think it's £100 more, but you get the balcony, and it really is worth going for that. You get your on-board gratuities included as well. You get to see all those great performers, and don't forget, if you're travelling down from up north down to Southampton, then you can always add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from £95 per person. That includes your breakfast, your parking and your port transfers. One of the greatest deals on that.
And don't forget the inside, which is going to be lovely, starts at $8.99. The ocean view is $9.99. Yeah. But if you do want the balcony at $14.99, there's only a few of those remaining tonight.
Yeah, well, good luck if you can get the inside one, because if there's only 43 of the outside balconies, there's even less of the inside. So
really,
get on the phone lines earlier on that one.
Talking of the phone lines, though, we're going to go to the Planet Cruise phone lines right now, because there's, I believe, a mini cruise coming in. And is it Kat? Are you there, Kat?
Hi, Sean. How are you?
We're great. Are you all right, Kat?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Is it busy tonight?
Oh, it's very busy tonight. I had to step outside to be able to hear you.
Bless you. So, Kat, I gather you've got a great mini cruise for us tonight with Cruise and Maritime.
Oh, I do indeed. I have a fantastic last-minute deal for you. It's on board Cruise and Maritime's Columbus. This is a 5-night European cities break with cricketing legends such as David Gower, Mike Gatting, John Lever, and more. Tonight you can book this amazing deal with Planet Cruise exclusive pricing from just £345 per person.
Wow, that's so $345?
Yes, that works out under £70 per person per night, which is amazing.
And you get to see all these cricket legends as well.
Well, if you love cricket, that's going to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's sailing from Tilbury. I have to say it's adult-only cruise that will take you to Amsterdam, Hamburg and Antwerp. It's ideal for first-time cruisers, but you need to be very quick as it will sail.
And what was the date again, Kat?
It's the 28th of October 2018, so a last-minute deal.
That sounds amazing.
That is, especially the price as well, and the fact that you get to go to Amsterdam and Antwerp as well. That's brilliant, Kat.
Kat, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Sean. Thank you. Have a wonderful show.
We will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Again, themed cruises. We've just done the West End, and we've got, if you love cricket, I mean, we've got something for everybody tonight.
We certainly have. I said brilliant price on that one as well. But we're going to move on to Norwegian Cruise Lines and Norwegian Star. I love the itinerary on this one. It's taken over that fabulous Panama Canal transit cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, and the chance to go to Acapulco as well. So if you do love...
Quite a few places have not been here, actually.
Ah, see?
Yeah. Anyway, right, sorry. I am thinking about my next cruise, you see. But before we show you this incredible itinerary, we're going to take you on board with our Keith and Glenn.
If your idea of a cruise is dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, then prepare to be challenged, because this cruise line is so laid back, it's almost horizontal.
Welcome to the most fun and relaxed cruise experience you're ever likely to encounter, where the entertainment never stops and the excitement just keeps on building. Welcome to freestyle cruising. Welcome to Norwegian Cruise Line. There's more restaurants than days of the week, and you can enjoy food from all over the world and dine and dress as you please. From trendy French bistros to steakhouses and sushi bars, Norwegian Cruise Line offers tons of choice. If you're a vegan, vegetarian, high carb, low carb, or gluten-free, it's all covered.
Remember, this is freestyle cruising, so whatever your mood and whatever the occasion, there'll be a bar that fits the bill. With sports bars and whiskey bars, martini bars and champagne bars, alfresco bars and wine bars, bars with music and bars with sport, even ice bars. One thing's for sure, you definitely won't go thirsty.
Imagine playing Nintendo Wii on a 2-story high screen, or challenging a friend on the all-new Aqua Racer. Visualise eating world-class cuisine while acrobats tumble down on silks around your table. Or simply enjoying a beer as comedians make you smile at dedicated comedy clubs. Picture yourself singing along as dueling pianos compete, or settling into your own seat for one of the Tony Award-winning shows. Whether you're a single cruiser, holidaying with all the family, or planning a group cruise, you'll find something perfect for you.
Norwegian Cruise Line offers one of the widest selections of accommodation in the industry. They're exclusive suites where you have your own private sun deck, along with brilliant interjoining family staterooms that are cleverly located near all the kids' facilities, and balcony staterooms where you wake up to a different view every morning. But it's in the studio staterooms where Norwegian are head and shoulders above the competition.
I know I go on a bit about this, but have you noticed it's premium all-inclusive as well, this one? And that really does mean all of your top-end spirits. We'll talk through those a little bit later on, but this has all of those premium drinks included in the price, and that's tips and Wi-Fi. What's your favourite tipple, Justin?
What's my favourite tipple? Rum.
Yeah.
Rum, every time. Guatemalan rum, actually, and we'll go in there a little bit later on. But, yeah. But the thing is...
But there's a really... So the premium
the funny thing is,
this is all the top spirits,
yeah,
isn't it?
but I think a lot of people, they go, cool, he does like his drinks. It's not to do with the drinks. It's because you like a bargain. You don't want to have to get to the end of the cruise and have a big bar bill. At least if it's all inclusive, then you can have another one, not worry about it.
And I've only done it once when I didn't get, when I didn't buy a drinks package. And I must admit, it was in my early days, but I did spend a fortune. So, to have the drinks package all included is incredible. In fact, just before we show you the great places you're going to be visiting, this gives you an idea of some of the wonderful wines and spirits that are included in this cruise. And so we are talking about premium all-inclusive. So
just
that's
imagine
all
having a cocktail,
restaurants.
yeah, or even a glass of wine with lunch or dinner. Perhaps a pre-show or after-show drink. Again, you do get your money's worth out of it,
yeah,
because if you just think about the soft drinks that you have around the pool, if you have cocktail of the day every day, that soon starts to add up. Even if because you always have to have cocktail of the day, don't you?
Well, at least.
You've got to try it.
You've got to try it.
You've got to try it.
It's
Ooh,
part of the fun, isn't it? But that gives you a little idea of what it's going to be like aboard with premium all-inclusive. And I just wanted to talk about Norwegian Cruise Lines, because I've cruised them, I think, three times, actually. And if you ever think, cruising's going to be too formal with all set dining, Norwegian Cruise Lines are nothing like that. It's really laid back, lots of dining choices, but no set times. So it's just there's a lovely, I think, a casual feeling with Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Well, some of the restaurants. So I was looking at the Ginza Asian restaurants. So if you love your noodles and your authentic soups there, you've also got the Irish pub, which is O'Shane's. You've got the Market Cafe, which is the indoor buffet as well. And there's also a kids cafe as well. So it's great for every member of the family. They've got some great kids facilities as well. Cagnes Steakhouse is another great one as well. And there's a Brazilian Radizio on board, which is where they've got the meat on the skewer and they serve it at the table.
Anyway, let's just quickly show you some of the great places we're visiting. So we're going to go through these quite quickly, aren't we, Justin?
Yeah, if you've got any questions about the ports that we're going to go through in the next 30 seconds, please give us a call. Miami's fantastic. You're going to be flying out there and experiencing that, a great sail away. And you've got 2 days at sea, and then you're into Colombia. The old city's fantastic, but if you want to go a little bit further afield, there's some great tours, including a monastery in Cartagena. Then you're going to be actually transiting the Panama Canal. And this is one of the great, I think it's one of the great engineering wonders of the world. And generally what they do is they actually bring somebody on board and they'll do a commentary as you actually transit through Panama. Then we're off to Costa Rica. And with this used to be a very big port for ships going through to Cape Horn, because of course before the actual canal was opened they'd have to go all the way around. There's a great tour here for penguin lovers. So you can go to an island and there's penguins and rare birds. So if you love your ornithology, then you can go to that. And also it's the gateway to Patagonia, so you've got the great fjords there and the great forests as well. Then we're off to Nicaragua. Now, Nicaragua itself, there's no actual cruise facilities on the quayside. It's quite industrial, but there's lovely tours that you can go out. So if you do like to adventure and take the path less trodden, as they say, then that definitely is one for you. Then to Guatemala, again, for my rum. There's loads of volcanoes around here. So if you do like to see something a little bit different, then there's volcanoes, there's a coffee plantation, and there's a beautiful lake as well, which is part of the volcano complex. So that's definitely one. But for me, it's got to be Acapulco. Have you've been to Acapulco?
No.
The beach is fantastic, but you head up into... There's basically one long road that ends up then heading up into the hills. And depending on how long you're staying there, there's some great restaurants. As the sun sets, you can see the whole Bay of Acapulco. And the weird thing is, you know, we say about cruises, you know, it makes memories. I know I was working there, but one of my really clear memories of Acapulco Bay was being on board. There was the Cunard QM2, and all of a sudden everybody started gasping, and we were like, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on? And there was a whale that had just jumped out of the water. It was only small, but it jumped out of the water and was swimming around the bay, and it ended up the actual local authorities had to sort of like guide it out of the bay. But you just remember that, and you know, you think of how many times you're like, oh, I wish we could see whales. Anyway, then we got a relaxing day at sea after Acapulco. I'm telling you now, you'll need it. And then we're into Cabo San Lucas. We got a relaxing day at sea, and then into Los Angeles for a 2-night stay in LA, baby. So go to Hollywood Boulevard, go to Beverly Hills, the Santa Monica Pier, Universal Studios. All of it can be done in the 2 days in LA before flying back to the UK.
Well, let's just remind you what's included. Well, pretty much everything on this one. It is the premium all-inclusive cruise. Premium drinks, all those top spirits, great wines, tips and Wi-Fi as well. So the whole lot there. 2 nights stay in a 4-star hotel in Miami Beach. That's the Miami Beach Hotel. You also get the 2 nights in LA and return flights from London Heathrow there as well. Price-wise, we've got some great dates available. Actually, we've got November of this year and then January and February of next year. We've already had, I will let you know, we've had quite a few sellouts on the balconies and the suites already on that one.
Valentine's cruise.
I do, I like the look of that a lot, actually. Just think I could maybe do that in January, February.
There you go.
I'll have moved house by then. I'm looking for the next cruise. No, I haven't. And then, lots of places I've never been there. But recently, we introduced Celestyal cruises on the show. They've been a massive hit because they also offer all-inclusive, but they give you tips and selected excursions as well, don't they?
Yeah, this has actually got 3 free tours included with this cruise. And when I say 3 free tours, we're talking about Cairo, we're talking about Jerusalem, and Ephesus as well. So it's the ports where you want to go on tour. But the great thing with Celestyal, they're smaller ships. I was actually talking to my in-laws. They just did their first cruise just earlier on the year on board. Trying to think of the name of it now.
They'll come back to you.
But anyway, they've literally just done their first cruise. Smaller ship with Cruising Maritime. That was it, Magellan. I was saying, look, we always wanted to do the Greek islands. The other half has been to Mykonos. You know, this is a Greek cruise line with great connections. Now, we've featured a lot of their Greek island tours, but now we're going a little bit further afield towards the east, and it really is fantastic. Do you know what? I just want to talk to you about the ports, because the ports are legendary ports. It really is fantastic. You're flying out from the UK out to Athens and then transferring on board your ship. With a relaxing day at sea, you're straight in to Alexandria. You're into Cairo, and this is where you get a tour. You get a chance to see the Great Pyramid of Giza. You also get a chance to see the Great Sphinx as well. And there's a buffet lunch, which is included. That's not just served out the back of, you know, a few sandwiches and stuff. It's served in a 5-star hotel.
Oh, lovely. Do you know, I'm just thinking the date as well. We're looking at December of next year. You know, when the weather's really bleak and horrible, it's just nice to get away to some warmth, isn't it?
But by the way, once you've had your lunch, it doesn't finish there. You actually then get a chance to go to see the ancient museum as well in Cairo. So you get to see the collection of King Tutankhamun in there. There's around 50 years worth of fantastic eye-catching antiquities.
And that is included? So
that is included. That's one of the tours that's included. But then we're off to Ashdod, and this is your chance to go to Jerusalem and Bethlehem. Of course, you'll get a chance then to see the Western Wall, the Garden of Gethsemane, the Via Dolorosa, and also the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as well. So, fantastic day there. Then we're off to Limassol. Now, this is, I think it's a great tonic that you've got big days to start with, and then nice relaxing day. So whether you want to perhaps head out on one of the tours, you can go to see the Temple of Apollo or the Troodos Mountains, Paphos as well, where the famed Aphrodite was born. Or go to Nicosia. It's about an hour's drive into Nicosia, but fantastic capital city there. Lovely day in Limassol. Then we're off to Rhodes. This is I'm actually going to Rhodes later on in the year, so I'm looking forward to this. You can go to the Acropolis of Lindos, and you get a chance to actually go and see the castle and along Knight Street as well. So it really is a great day in Rhodes town. Then we're into Ephesus. Now, before we talk too much about Ephesus, I want to talk to you about the size of the ship. She's only 25,000 tonnes, maximum capacity of passengers 900 to 1,200 passengers. And the great thing is that means you can disembark really quickly and easily. So what they'll do is they'll transfer you to Ephesus so you can get to see the Temple of Artemis, you can get to see all of those great historical sites before it gets too hot and before it gets too busy. These guys at Celestyal, they know what they're doing, they know their territory very, very well, and that's why they've received numerous awards. So really fantastic cruise.
And then, of course, you disembark in Athens and you're transferred to the airport on your flight back to the UK. Every time we've featured Celestyal, they've been really popular, and I think this one's going to be really busy tonight because it is an all-inclusive cruise, so that's everything taken care of, your tips, selected excursions that just was just talking about there. They're in so Cairo, Rhodes and Kusadasi there as well. Forgot to mention, we've got a really good single special on this one as well. We've got prices for single ladies and gents starting at under £1,500. So if you are one of our regular single ladies and gents that tunes in, that is definitely one to go for. Obviously, they do go fast, so don't leave it too long. And return flights based on London. Now, price-wise, so the single, the best price for the single is the 2nd of December, but to be fair, they don't vary too much throughout the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th of December. You could go away for Christmas on this one, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Better than staying at home.
I would honestly love to. I have got a dream of being on a cruise ship on Christmas. I'd love to do it. So
so good. See, literally, this is a conversation with my brother-in-law. He says, I can't be doing, we're staying at home and doing all that. So I just want to go away for a couple of weeks and let somebody else do it. It's a brilliant idea.
I would love to do that. On New Year. But they're actually really good prices for Christmas there. And then I always do the drinks packages, as you know. So selected spirits, beers, cocktails, included, of course, Ouzo cocktails as well. All your non-alcoholic, of course, drinks as well. And a wide range of hot beverages. I do like all-inclusive. Yeah. You know, I like not to have to worry.
And bear in mind as well, Celestyal, it is branded. It's not just the unknown names of your vodkas and your rums and your whiskies. It is, you know, top-shelf stuff.
So amazing value, and so a bit, you know, the ship's a bit smaller, a bit more intimate, but really, really nice. Now we are on to our final cruise tonight.
It's a biggie.
It was the first cruise I ever did, actually, nearly 10 years ago, was with Royal Caribbean. So I've got a real kind of fond memory of them, and I've cruised them several times since. But this is a biggie, isn't it? Yeah,
you get a chance to stay in Singapore, first of all, and there's actually a tour included with this deal with Planet Cruise when you book tonight, that you get a chance to go around the gardens by the bay. Daytime-wise, go to Raffles Hotel and have a Singapore Sling, the fabled place where it was created, and get a chance to go down to the gardens by the bay. This is just in the foot.
These do look amazing.
Yeah. The actual structures themselves, they've got living plants all the way around the outside of them, and at night they just come alive. There's a beautiful cloud forest that you can walk through and a skyway as well. And you can see the Marina Bay Sands just in the background, the 3 large pillars and that wonderful structure at the top. The Marina Bay, shopping-wise, is just incredible. Sentosa Island, Universal Studios as well. There is literally so much to do in Singapore.
Do you know, I was only there for a day, and I really.
You went to Sentosa, didn't you?
Yeah. It wasn't. I did the zoo, to be honest.
Did you?
Well, I was with friends that really wanted to do it. It was brilliant, but I just felt I needed to stay there longer. So
yeah, definitely.
It's great that you've got 2 days in that fabulous hotel. But let's have a little look at this beautiful ship, the Voyager of the Seas, with, of course, the one and only Royal Caribbean. Beautiful ships, but loads to do as well.
Yeah, well, historically, she was back in her day. She was the largest ship afloat.
She was, wasn't she?
Yeah. So she, you know, she's got a lot of history. But you've got the ice rink on board, the rock climbing wall, flow rider, the pitch and putt as well. 24-hour buffet, Johnny Rockets, which is the authentic sort of American diner feel. The food in the main restaurants is fantastic. You've also got Portofino if you love Italian food as well, and the 3 main restaurants that you see. Oh, there's Johnny Rockets.
There you go.
I love it. I love a good burger and fries and a milkshake, as you can tell.
I do too. And also, you know, you saw the ice rink there. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at ice skating, but the shows on the ice rink are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. They do get a chance to sort of double up and use the venues.
I've had to go ice skating. I did it with my niece a few years ago, but I was rubbish. I really was. I was like that middle-aged man clinging onto the side, you know.
You didn't have one of those little penguins that you were just
No, I
walking
did
around.
not have that. But the ice shows are amazing. So, yeah, we're going to be on board this beautiful ship, but you're going to get to see some very, very exciting places.
Yeah.
We started off with Singapore.
We're going to finish in Hong Kong. We'll tell you about that at the end. But yeah, from Singapore, relaxing day at sea, and then you're into Saigon, you're into Phu, which is the port for Ho Chi Minh City. You get a chance to see the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Dong Cloy Street as well, and the Mekong Delta as well. So brilliant, loads of history here, and a lovely day. Then we're off to Nha Trang. Now this is very much the beach resort, and you've got your beautiful beaches here and lovely, lovely vistas as well. Then we're off to Hue. Now, this is your chance to go and see the Imperial Citadel, which is, well, it was the actual home to the Imperial family between the 1800s and the 1900s, and it's just fantastic. If you haven't ever seen the Imperial Citadel, definitely look into that. Then we're off to Hanoi. Now, this is, well, it dates back 1,000 years. It used to be the capital of Vietnam, and it's got a rich history. There's some great opportunities to get out a little bit further as well. And yes, you could probably go and see James Bond Island, where the man with the golden gun was shot. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on when we get to Hong Kong.
I really like Vietnam, though.
Yeah,
Really
it's just, do you know what, they're culturally just beautiful people, great food as well. You just got to try it. There is one street in Hong Kong, though. It's not for the faint-hearted. They will serve you anything and everything. You just got to shut your eyes, just
I think you're
crunch it and chew it and go for it.
Daring than me. But there's Vietnam there. Day at sea before we get to Hong Kong, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, I just got to point out we've got specialists that have lived, breathed, and worked in this region. So please give us a call if you've got any specific questions. Then you can ask them. But yeah, what you're seeing here now is Hong Kong. It's actually home to the largest amount of skyscrapers in the world. 337 skyscrapers. New York comes second. In fact, China features in the top 10 of skyscrapers 5 times in the top 10. Of course, if you love your maritime history, this is where the Queen Elizabeth was famously on her side in the film The Man with the Golden Gun. And ironically, when the film was released, the actual ship had been completely stripped down and removed. So they actually filmed it on board by the time they got... So anyway, every night at 8 o'clock, they've got one of the biggest... In fact, it's actually recognised by the Guinness Book of Records as the world's largest permanent light show, and at certain times of the year there's fireworks as well. It is remarkable. Go up to Victoria Peaks and take a look on the cable cars there as well. And this actually includes, this particular deal tonight includes access to Sky 100. Now Sky 100 is on the 100th floor, and it's actually the highest indoor observation platform in the world. You actually go from the 2nd floor to the 100th floor in 60 seconds in the lift. Which is just mind-blowing. You've got fantastic vistas, and there's also Cafe 100, which is actually part of the hotel, so the Ritz-Carlton is in the same tower, so you get a chance to see all that. Yeah, take the staff area across Kowloon Bay. Go to Chung Yung Street. This is the one, like I said, not for the faint of heart. If you love trying different things, go down there. And
if you don't bother.
Yeah.
So you've got that 2-night 4-star hotel stay in, of course, Hong Kong, and then you're transferred to the airport and flown back to London. I think it's a really wonderful trip, that one. So yes, 2 nights in Singapore and Hong Kong, of course. The Gardens by the Bay tour and the Sky 100 admission, that's all included. The overnight on board in Hong Kong, and you'll be, of course, cruising on board the fabulous Voyager of the Seas. Return flights from London. Bear in mind, we always say, when we say London flights, always ask our call centre. They may be able to get you flights from an airport nearer or closer to your home there. Wow, a lot of choice tonight. Some really different itineraries as well.
Something for everybody.
Yeah. But what we're going to do, as ever, we're going to recap. So we started off with, of course, Celebrity Cruises, and this was a wonderful cruise. Do you know, I will say it's really worth upgrading to Ocean View or above, because you get loads of extras. You'll get free $200 on board spend. You'll get free unlimited drinks and Wi-Fi, that's for the whole family. Free airport parking also, or half-price gratuities if you upgrade to a balcony. And don't forget, if you'd like to spend a little bit longer in Lisbon, you can do that from only £109 per person. That's for 2 nights, by the way, as well. And very important, deposit starting as little as £1 per person on that one. ID number 177592.
Yeah, then we went sailing with MSC. We had David here from MSC on one of their latest ships, the Meraviglia, and of course this particular ship is packed full of facilities,
amazing,
fantastic restaurants. Great. On board you've got a bowling alley, an F1 simulator, and also you've got wristbands where you can pay for everything on your wristband. So near-field communication, connectivity, and of course the yacht club, for those of you who want a little bit of an exclusive area. You get 2 nights in New York, and you get that fantastic trip around the Caribbean, including the ABC Islands. And with that, it is just a must do. ID number on that one is 173151.
I thought it was great, that one. Really like that one. Then, now if you love your musical theatre, this is one for you. So on board the Navigator of the Seas, look at these big names. I mean, I'd love to see Michael Ball, Beverly Knight, just to name a few there. Lee Mead, who we mentioned from Joseph.
Yeah, Calabro, Don Black, Marty Webb, also Arlene Phillips, Christina Bianco, Sophie Evans, John Owen Jones. It's really
packed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is selling really fast, that's all. It's quite limited availability now, to be fair. And all your gratuities are included. ID number 185102.
Yeah, top tip for that one is definitely go for the balcony.
Yes.
Anyway, then we're on to Norwegian Cruise Line, and with this one was around South America featuring Acapulco. You get a chance to go to Nicaragua, to Guatemala, Costa Rica. It really is fantastic. And on top of that, you get a 2-night stay in Miami to start off the cruise and a 2-night stay in LA to finish it. With that one, ID number is 162280.
And then we had... selling really well on the show, Celestyal Cruises. Everything is included, so that doesn't just mean your drinks and your tips, and they're branded drinks and spirits, but you get selected excursions as well. So Cairo, Rhodes, Kusadasi there, and very important, if you're looking for a great single price, we have those starting at under £1,500. I thought the Christmas dates were really good. You know, the Christmas dates, 23rd of December started at 1549 for the inside. And if you wanted to be away for New Year, again, 1549. So great dates available throughout December of 2019. Then we had
Royal,
didn't
yeah,
they?
the Voyager of the Seas. This is a fantastic 2-night stay in Singapore, and then you get a chance at the end of the cruise to see Hong Kong as well. Included with this deal, you get 2 tours. Not only do you get a chance in Singapore to view the gardens by the bay, which is highly recommended, I've done it myself, and Sky 100, which is a viewing platform on the 100th floor, beautiful vistas over the harbour of Hong Kong. And just think, every night at 8 o'clock in Hong Kong, you get to see a fantastic light show and laser show. Forget Jean-Michel Jarre on the top of it. No, we're talking Sky. There's 40 buildings that are involved in this. The LEDs, the lasers, the sky scanners. It's just absolutely amazing. ID number on that one, I will tell you, is 186470.
Just turn round in time, that one. We had a couple of others, don't forget. We had the Viking River Cruise.
Yes,
and that's got a big price reduction on 2019 sailings. So if you're looking for a deal with Viking, we've got this one, 22nd November 2019, on board the Viking Longship Tour there, and we're talking about up to £750 per person off all river cruises right now. Free grants, excursions at every port, and you will get your house wine, beer and soft drinks with lunch and dinner, and the deposit on that one starts from just £1 per person. Oh, it's brilliant value, 1349. Hey, we just had an email come in just in from Kim Rewell.
Okay.
Who said, hi, I understand that you're featuring MSC on tonight's show. I'd like to say we've been on MSC now in their yacht club, and we enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
We have booked for 2 more next year.
See, again, Kim, you know what it's like to go through that exclusive access with the yacht club. And again, with Ocean Quay, that is going to be coming out next year, you get that exclusive area as well.
So again, if you want more information about that, and don't forget, Kat called in with Cruise and Maritime. It was the 28th of October. It was 5 nights. And I think the price was
349, I think. Well, if you love
345, even better.
345. If you love cricket, then that's definitely the cruise to book. But there's so much choice from the West End to cricket to Caribbean to Singapore. There's just so much to choose from.
And if you haven't seen anything you like, don't worry, we can find you any cruise with any company, you know, any of the big cruise companies, and we can make packages bespoke, add on hotel stays. So, Justin, thank you so much. You're here with
See
us
you next
week.
week. Yeah.
We'll see you next next Tuesday on the sofa. But thank you as ever for tuning in to Planet Cruise.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.